And I hate that for him, bro, because he's been trying, bro. Okay, let me turn on my record. My recording thing is very simple. I just hold I put my button as
okay, cool, bro. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah, because sometimes when I have to tell jokes.
Yeah, you okay, cool.
Does this thing
You're
record?
turning into an iPhone user very quick.
Yeah, but there's more. Like the moment that we just experienced now was the moment where I realized that the iPhone has its disadvantages as well. But anyway,
I mean, you know why iPhone works. Hello viewers, how you guys doing? Vinny, do your intro.
All right. Yo, man, welcome back to another wonderful episode of the best podcast that you've never heard of, Third Avenue, aka
Tap.
Yo, man, this is your boy Vinny and
Hussein.
Yo, man. Yes, you were saying about iPhone?
I think iPhone works very well because we're living in a very internet cloud-centric place now. Now it works because I remember like with 2013, when I'm talking about, let's talk specifically South Africa. Damn, bro, you looked like you were forcing this.
Yeah, when you had an iPhone.
Like it was hell.
And it was the proper phone back then. I won't lie to you, there was a time where I feel like iPhone was actually a decent phone. When with the iPhone 5,
I think 6S was when...
The 6 was when it was
6S,
like now.
And then the 7 where they did the 2 camera and did that portrait thing.
Yeah.
That's where it was snapping.
Now it was like it's better than Android in every way or every shape or form.
I think what works, what kills me about Androids, right? It's that we are comparing one phone with the rest of other brands of other phones. Isn't that an unfair comparison?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think it's the benchmark.
But the benchmark, look at it like this. If we're comparing Apple, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing here, we're comparing apples to oranges to bananas, because Androids are not the same. Which Android are you talking about, fam? There's the Google Pixel. There's the Samsung. Do you get what
I get what you're saying?
What I'm saying?
We blanket them under
one thing, and it's like, bro. And for example, with Americans, I didn't know. They don't know like Vivos. You know what I mean? They know your Xiaomi.
But what? Okay, actually, man, I feel like I was gonna ramble on to another thing. We'll put a bookmark on that.
Yeah, man.
So, we are doing the usual, and today is gonna be a rough one. I have a suspicion of off the dome, nigga.
Yeah, man. I hope we do not face any technical difficulties. We tested this. Hey, man. Bear with us.
It is what
but
it is.
It is what it is, man. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time waiting.
Yeah, man. We're taking it slow. We're taking more the jazz route.
Okay. Listen. I told a bunch of niggas that I would kill them. They didn't really believe them. They said they had some problems. Told them that I got the money that I need to solve them. I said I need it by Monday. They told me that they couldn't never motherfucking pray. But man, I got a family today. Did it like 5 times a day. So pray to the Most High so you could ask God to be the most fly. Oh, you wanted a new pair of Jordans and now you can't even pay me back. Man, I thought your family got your back, man. Maybe I'm gonna snatch some kids. This is some fucking really deep shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to Third Avenue.
Yeah. Listen to the piano drafting my voice, merging with the suns and everything that I got.
Yeah.
Yo, you better look me straight in the eye and take your shot.
Yeah, yo.
You miss, nigga, you dead. I take you out, nigga, you used to say that I said bad things about you.
Yeah.
I'm popping up, I'm moving straight out of my mind.
Yeah.
Spitting right now, straight out the dome. Hold on, nigga, you better go home.
Yeah,
Ask your
yeah.
mama for help. Write your lines, nigga. I ain't checking it out. How can't you see me? I'm looking too fine, nigga. Niggas ask me, I am just a bloody time, nigga. What time, man?
Yeah.
It's about time now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about time now.
Yeah,
I catch
yeah.
my voice. It's time now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is some serious shit. We never did it for the motherfucking big. Now we made it now, and this is this. God, we only asking for the motherfucking bliss. So we wrote some bars and we don't even drink, man. We aim for the motherfucking stars. Now we looking at we doing with some jazz. Now you looking at this the new age. I ain't rapping with nothing off my motherfucking page. I'm speaking through the souls of my ancestors, talking about the rage. Man, I'm so fucking angry. I'm so angry. Every fucking motherfucking day we just trying to get motherfucking paid. Why every time every man gotta get motherfucking paid? I just wanna own 30 acres just like a white motherfucking nigga. But look at me.
We in South Africa, so we use hectares.
Yeah,
Don't you see me? I am flexing.
Yeah,
Don't you feel me that I'm taking to the sea?
Yeah.
And everything that I just wanna go overseas. To the world, see everything with my girl.
Yeah.
Don't you take me for a fool, nigga. I am that nigga. Oh God,
Yeah.
baby, you can see me. I got the trigger fingers. I'm popping out. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm lingering at thoughts about everything that we can take it home for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama said I couldn't make it out the motherfucking hood. Man, I thought I was motherfucking good. Now these white people staring me like I wish I could. Oh, I wish you would, but I got the paper. Why I'm still doing the same shit? Why I'm trying to prove them wrong when I'm supposed to prove myself right? And why am I sitting up all night trying to think about how to get paid? But I'm employed. Why am I still complaining? But I'm employed. Why am I still complaining? Contemplating. Why, man, these bitches always motherfucking hating? They don't even know me.
They don't even know me. They don't even know what I got inside of me.
Yeah.
They don't even feel it. Yo, I messed it up, but I got it back. And I'm trapping up and I'm walking with my beats and everything I say that I'm telling yourself to tell yourself. Tell yourself that you got it better in the streets. What? This beat is so long, but we switching it up. Yeah, you taking for me. I pour another cup. I don't drink, but I sleep.
Yeah.
Every 8 hours in the night.
Yo,
Wake up happy, wake up energized.
Yeah.
Conquer the world. I got to sympathize.
Yeah. Yo. Say, motherfucker, I speak for my younger self. Now I'm trying to get, but everybody else trying to hold me back. Oh man, you can't even do that. You just a black man. Fuck your excuses. Fuck your excuses. It was a hard beat. It was long.
So
but now
long.
I feel calm.
Now in the Asian side. Listen to the music straight from the soul.
You know what I always like about the Asian thing is that it's like your weakness is that you have too much rage. Yeah. And there's always a peace way of whipping ass, you know. Let's do one more. Yeah. Hey, say, for the people who don't know this, yeah, welcome to fucking 3rd Avenue. Said you only knew that we came out the motherfucking blue. We are named on the motherfucking street. We recording, bringing you all this motherfucking heat. Now I'm trying to come in now. Now I'm trying to flow on this motherfucking beat. But I'm gonna talk it now. Now I'm talking about my shit. Maybe I should release.
Oh God, this beat right now is losing me.
Yeah.
What you see is what you see.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to lie about everything.
Yeah.
But why you want me to talk much? Nonsense. Lying about the truth. lies.
Yeah.
Everything you say is lies. I can sit right now and talk about the cars that I don't have.
Yeah.
I got one whip and it loves me. It loves me. Sometimes I got a chip, it pisses me off, but I just gotta carry on and try.
Yeah, we just motherfucking driving ourselves little crazy. Now we rapping like we just motherfucking lazy to write some lyrics down. Maybe we shouldn't be the ones to frown. Now we rapping like we just clowns. Niggas, they ain't even taking us seriously, but I know they gonna be only looking at me. Now I'm trying to be the only one to finish up on this beat. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Now I'm feeling like my head is really getting sore, thinking really too much. I don't even know. I think I really had enough. Now I'm trying to get up on the motherfucking trust us. What? I don't even know. Beat went off key.
Yeah, we in this white complex. White niggas everywhere. They look at me strangely. Can't you see that a nigga's bopping his head trying to be his bestie? Hey, what you got for me?
Yeah.
Got a little drugs on me.
Yeah.
Don't you think that we could have smoked another spliff, then we can chill and talk about your problem?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Bro, what are these beats? What? First of all, usually we have a discussion on the selection, man. You saw.
I feel like you know what? I think
today was just.
I feel like we did better than most. You know, I think what I was thinking before I came was like,
yeah,
we need to switch it up, because I saw that we were like focusing a lot too much on the, you know, the mumble rap beats. You can get away with saying a lot of shit.
Yeah, because you're gonna say garbage, bro. When you put on a serious beat, niggas expect you to say.
But the beat was not serious. It was a hard beat. It was a hard beat. It was just too long.
Now you just sound like you just got the cadence. Yeah, you know.
One day, man, bars, bring bars back.
I think we need to do the next one. We need to make more of a rap battle. You know what I mean? You know, I've seen that. You know that there's that white nigga on the internet. That white boy is taking out
but
every
I'm not a
nigga.
But don't you think that there is a difference, man, with battle rappers and come on, bro? That's like a
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You that
thing on its own, bro. Like
cases.
Yeah,
you told me the last time that you thinking niggas are looking at
like, bro, battle rap and just rapping in general, that shit ain't the same.
Hold on, look at him, look at me straight in the eye. Okay. Oh my God, look at me, despise.
Okay.
Gone, nigga.
Where are you going with this, fam?
At least
where are you going with
the
this?
thing is that with the battle rap one, you get more of a pause. You know what I'm saying? You get to be like, yo, you know, and then think what you're gonna say next. With the beat, it's because now the beat is still cooking, and then you start. And that beat that you were playing was switching up on niggas now. 1 minute you bump at this flow, and then now it's another flow.
But that's the art of freestyle. That's the beauty of hip hop in general. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop got these things that they're gonna be a battle rapper. There's gonna be a guy who's really good at freestyling. Then there's just gonna be an artist, like an all rounder, like Kendrick Lamar. Don't you think he fits all the criteria?
Yeah, I think he does.
You know,
he's able to really make the transition, especially you hear it in Playboy Cardi's album. He really makes he's able to be amongst what we call new age rap, cloud rap. He's able to still hold himself and be part of it. Like, he doesn't sound like he's separated from it. He sounds like, yeah, man, this nigga can make a whole tape like this. You know what I'm saying? Which I think we would appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I feel like GNX just it ticks those boxes for me.
Yeah, no, it does.
You know what I mean? Especially like when you take a break. Like sometimes I'll take a break, and then Pickaboo will just come on in the car. Pickaboo, I just hold you, and then that beat goes like the smoothness, right? And the track called GNX with like this weird ass 2011 Fruity Loops beat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait.
Oh, for me, it's the feature.
No, there's another guy who raps like a military flow, man. That guy who features on that song, he's literally the only reason why I listen to that song. No, even the guy goes, hey, baby, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Literally, that song, it was like, we don't care. Fuck the beat. You are going to carry this beat. That's what I think. That's what happened with that song GNX.
Yeah, no,
it is like everything.
It makes such. I don't think you were gonna say whack, and I don't think it's whack.
I think
it's very simplistic.
But I think if you got into the studio, like any rapper right now, I'm like, man, what?
Bro, I think I shine on shit beats like that. You know, a simple ass beat. That's why you have to put personality in your flow, bro.
That beat is, and don't get me wrong, that beat sounds like the first Fruity Loops beat you start off with when you like starting to crack. Bro, I don't think you really
when you do Fruity Loops, you don't know timing like that. You don't know the beats.
No. Come on, bro. You can't talk to me in Fruity Loops, bro.
I'm just saying now, obviously things.
You know what it sounded like? It sounded like the freemium version of Fruity Loops, where it doesn't save because you need to pay in order to access the file again.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is to make the beat and make the song. So fun fact is that Tyler the Creator, he said his first tape, he had the free version of Fruity Loops. So he was like forced. Like even when I first made my whack shit that people never hear, you must record, because as soon as that file closes, even if you saved, if you want to open it saved,
is this the demo version?
Yeah. So you understand what I'm saying?
You don't even have the
it's like, yo, bro, we're cooking this beat in here, and you must record.
You never reconstruct it again.
Never again.
Oh my god.
It's like I think when we're talking about it, it reminds me of a picture in film. Like when you're taking pictures back in the day, like you would make sure it counts. Don't you think it's the same thing?
You're not gonna, screw the film one. You know, this back in the days, the old cameras, you had to stand really still.
Ooh,
I remember, those
yeah.
That
the one that took hours
to take. They said the best
take.
picture to take was when the nigga was dead.
Yes, I remember.
Freeze that nigga up, that nigga, we know that nigga still. Yeah, it was if that guy just falls down.
Oh, bro.
Screw the whole, and you find that picture was a hella expensive.
Bro.
Oh, man, we came a long way with technology. And that's why sometimes...
I mean, don't you think, though, also it does affect output?
What do you mean? Efficiency?
It affects... Let me say this. Quality. Because everything becomes so easy, like...
In what sense? Man?
Okay, so let me say this. There are... Remember... with the old things, and I don't want to sound like an old head, but I'm going to sound like an old head. And that's why we don't mess, especially when it comes to music, any genre. If we are recording, right? Remember back in the day, everything was live. So when we play that ngoma, we're going to record that tape, right?
Yeah, because we don't want to waste.
Yeah, so I remember when I worked at Starbucks, my old manager was like, man, niggas can't make shit like... So he was describing how the South African artists back in the day during apartheid, dog, where you're having like you have money, right? This money is to go do this. Climb into a taxi, and to get into that studio time there, everything that you do, let's say hypothetically, it's 20 rand, and you gotta go get a song out that day. Do you realize how much practicing? You see, now we can record in our thing. Do you realize how much practicing you have to do as soon as you get into that studio time and you start recording? Yeah. Because you know that we can't do too many takes. And remember, it's a tape recording.
You know, when you say that, I was I remember watching this thing, and I realized, sometimes it is crazy how small your world could be. But because I I have different interests, I just realized that, that in the guitar space, guitar space. And in that guitar space, there's beef. Basically, a lot of people might not know this. Playing guitar is a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
It starts off easy, it starts off basic, and even with the basics, you are not that good. There's a lot that comes to it that what makes you good at guitar. So what is happening is, because again social media, you can get to show off your licks and play. But the problem is that some guitar licks are very difficult to learn. And there's
what is a guitar lick?
So a guitar lick is basically, there's think about it like when you're writing a song, when you rap, you come up with, or not even rap, when you sing, you come up with melodies, right? So it's the same with guitar, where you will come up with it like, and then in general, it is your intellectual property if you come up. Even though, yes, we've heard it, but if you come up with this, with the dope phrasing and everything like that, it becomes your lick. And then now, like why John Mayer becomes a very even discussion around genuine good guitarists is because he found technical things that are difficult to play, and it takes a lot of time and effort to learn, and then he owns that intellectual property. But that's why even when you start learning guitar, you can't now sell tabs, right? So if unless you're the one who made the tab based on your interpretation. Let's say you want to learn how to play Beethoven, one of his things, and then you can create the tab. But sometimes tabs are not as accurate because it's not as per the person who made it to teach you. It's basically their interpretation. So in this regard, in this situation, in the guitar space, there's a guy who's stealing people's licks and phrases, and then thereafter that makes it his own intellectual property, and then afterwards he can sell it to make profit. And the crazy part is the way he does it is very smart. You go 10 years ago, watch another nigga's video that he was playing during a live session, on Twitch, and you're like, oh my god, that sounds a nice one. But the worst part about him is that he doesn't even play it, if you understand what I'm saying. He does look, bruh, it's easy. This is the thing when I realized that I might never know how to play guitar. You can put your fingers at the right position. And then that's the moment where you remember that this is not I learn and then it's music. So there's feeling. You learn groove. A man can play 5 notes. BB King used to play 5 notes, nigga. That nigga will make it sound like it's a whole lot of things going on and whatever. But again, it's because it's like the person, that's what made Jimi Hendrix the best thing. It's that you feel like the guitarist is attached to the guitar.
The soul.
Yeah. Whatever he wants to come out of the guitar, he's able to take it out. Just like a good singer would.
Just to ask you off topic, in the modern era, name an artist with soul. Right now.
But you see, now you're putting me on the spot. Like now I have to. I think there's a lot of artists with soul. I would say Kabza the Small. Kabza the Small is one of those people, in the sense that if you when you listen to someone's music and you have this thing, this spiritual, and you like I said, you can feel like what he wanted to put out, what he wanted to project, he is doing it deep within himself, and then we are able to connect, and it connects. Like he's connected to what he's doing. It is not basically mimicking a musician, because that can really happen. It's like the same thing. Genuinely, let's be honest. Everyone can rap, right? You saw us. We sit here. We can rap. There's one day I can rap really dope bars and lines and whatever, and make it sound cool. But there's that one where you realize it's like, okay, but then am I genuinely am I capable of making music? You know what I mean?
Because I was gonna say the one, obviously Kendrick Lamar. I think Mr. Morale did that for me.
Yeah,
that had a lot of soul. I'm not gonna say GNX or whatever, but to be honest, when I heard Whacked Out Murals, which is the first song, where it says fuck a double entendre, I want you to feel this shit, bro, when I'm having a day where I'm like, bro, I need to lock in, especially in the morning, it used to be like, it says, what did he say? Fuck everybody that's on my body, right? I could feel the villain. And it's weird, right? Because I think when we think about soul, we think about passion, right?
Yeah.
I heard it in Mr. Morale, right?
Yeah.
But now you listen to Whack Out Muriel saying, alright, so what happened is someone whacked out his mural, right? A mural in Compton, basically like staining it, saying, nigga, you ain't shit, right? With the Drake.
Yeah.
So now he took that concept, right? And spoke about the industry as a whole. Because if you noticed before, and I know this beef has been, but to be honest, it was one of the most beautiful times in hip hop.
Yeah,
and I don't think people understand how beautiful it was, despite if you want to get. But like what happened was everyone before he was wanting to.
I'm happy I was alive to experience that.
No, that whole when you were there.
Yeah,
just,
you're gonna tell
I literally subbed, dude.
No, honestly,
dude.
To be honest,
dude.
The hardest. And honestly, we don't even play it again. And I don't think we should play it.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick Lamar, we should just remove it from the internet.
What?
Is Meet the Grahams.
Yeah.
My guy.
That's
you know.
I think it's also that Alchemist beat, man.
Yeah.
It's so, and then it switches. It's like two feelings.
The Alchemist made that beat.
Yeah.
But the Alchemist nigga made beats. While we're on music, because I was gonna lose this train of thought. I've been listening to Snoop Dogg released an album
with Dr. Dre.
No. I think it's
this one, because there's the Dr. Dre one, and then there's
it's the one with his wife recently. It's like I think yesterday.
I saw like a video on YouTube trying to like make me.
And then Big Will Smith also released.
Yeah, I listened to his album. Do you know?
It's cool. Actually,
but didn't I speak about it? I told my wife. I said,
we didn't speak about it.
Do you know what I said?
Yeah.
I said, do you know what made it a bit cringy? Is if you listen to the album and don't watch the videos of the album, like the music videos, the album is actually nice.
Are you saying it's nice if you watch the music videos?
No, it sounds better to listen. It has a better listening experience, and I feel like the visual experience ruins the perception of the album.
I get what you mean. I haven't watched that, but I can already imagine
because Will Smith is this happy nigga, even though, and now you're seeing him be real and doing Matrix shit. Yeah. Cool videos, but like when I hear it more. And which I love hearing.
When I heard it, I actually thought, yo, Big Willie, shout out, man. Good song. In terms of beat selections, concepts, you can see that there was a lot of work put into the project. What do you call this? People who like putting a bunch of songs and then later on telling us.
Yeah, it was a whole concept.
Why doesn't niggas just say EPs, man? What happened to the mixtape? Oh, actually, mixtape era.
Mixtape, you know what happened with mixtape era? You know what mixtape era? You know why mixtape era is? Yeah. Damn, this is today is a music podcast. You know why mixtapes don't work anymore?
Why?
Streaming. Remember, mixtapes were fun because it was like, I don't think you understand that there was a mixtape like in America, just like how we would like allegedly share music via Bluetooth, right? But like the mixtape era, right? That you were rapping on other people's beats, it became extremely hard now to rap on people's beats. The only way you can like do a mixtape is to like release it on YouTube and you release it on SoundCloud, right? An official release, it starts becoming an issue. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look how long it took Travis Scott to release Days Before Rodeo. He only released that thing last year, that mixtape. And it was a fucking amazing mixtape. It's not easy now to like get access to mixtapes, right? Because streaming has created convenience, right? The convenience. Back in the day, who was I telling? At work, I'm like, bruh, what was I don't know what we were talking about, but I was like, man, y'all forgot that time when you're like, yo, nigga, you got me that song, bro, send me that song, right? There was like that's what mixtapes were, right? Mixtapes were like this shit, nigga, you got that? Sorry for the wait. for the young audience of Playboy Cardi fans who probably maybe 1 or 3 years old, Lil Wayne had a mixtape series called Sorry for the Wait. So it's not the Playboy Cardi album I Am Music, Sorry for the Wait. I just wanna, this is Unk territory here.
Playboy Cardi have Sorry for the Wait.
So he has the deluxe edition of the I Am Music album is Sorry for the Wait. So I just want to break it down dude, when you're talking about mixtapes, niggas Wheezy. All I remember is a young.
Yeah, but the things that what I appreciate about mixtapes is because you fill the streets with majority of your music.
It was pushing hip hop in such a unique way.
Can we be honest? If Playboy Cardi didn't have the fan base that he had, Playboy Cardi did not deserve to take the amount of break that he did. Because I'm not saying it's just because, bro. Also, and this is what I'm. And
Shout
I feel
out
like
to his
a lot
producers,
of people, yeah, I feel like that's why some of the niggas were like, you don't make niggas wait. Look, the album is dope if you released it the next year after your previous release. It's not. It didn't sound like something that. Like I think you are just being lazy.
Yeah.
It's
like it takes. Let me say this.
We allow Kendrick Lamar. We allow J. Cole. Because we know that. That's why. If J. Cole comes with an out, imagine.
Sorry.
Kendrick Lamar
Let's
after
do
5
this.
years.
Let's do this. I got you. We're gonna. What do you think about our boy A$AP Rocky? There's one thing that Drake said in his prophecy, and a lot of people didn't listen because obviously Meet the Grahams dropped that time.
Yeah.
He said this line. Drake said Rakim is gonna probably have a kid again before he thinks about dropping some shit again. And then Rakim, we were all waiting for the music. I'm a big A$AP fan. Think his concepts are fucking fire. It's not like he has his own world, which I like. It's very different. Dope. Then my boy A$AP, fashion niggas, they go to the Met Gala, which I don't know why they're forcing this us to care, but it's fine. We'll give a shit, right? And guess what? No offense, bro. I respect, man. You know what I mean? But like, the nigga is getting a child.
I know. and he's been taking. And you're right, bro. Like he has taken so long of a break.
Now it's bad.
Now it's like okay, he better release something that we.
And the thing is, he's been teasing.
We are gonna find really nice. And I also wanted to make mention of the fact, when it comes to alternative trap music, like even like what A$AP Rocky does is,
like psychedelic,
and stuff like that. Can I be honest? There's an artist that I was so surprised to know that, I don't even know if I mentioned it, but Lucky.
No Lucky. I listen to Lucky.
If Lucky has a tape in 2013. That's where he started his whole alternative trap, and then obviously what he sounds like now, right?
Yeah.
And I there was a part of me that I always questioned what makes Lucky such an anomaly. Like, why does he does it in a monotone? He looks like he's trying to get the words out of his mouth and whatever. Is he actually? There was moments, but when I deeped it now after seeing his music history, he's actually doing it on purpose. I don't think he's a drugged out nigga. He's basically, what I'm trying to say is he's well thought out in what he's actually doing.
I think,
and it doesn't seem as if it's well thought out.
I think that's the beauty and the we don't realize that it's very hard. There's that saying from Andy in The Office, and I'm just gonna rope it back where he says, "I wish you knew that you were in the good moments while you're in the good moments when right? It was happening, It's the same shit. Niggas don't realize, just like how we were talking about the Kendrick Lamar beef, niggas don't realize there's like art happening right now. It's like what you're saying is like someone's gonna go back and be like, maybe 100 years from now, like, what's going on in this hip-hop shit, whatever's playing, and then they're gonna be like, fuck, what? That's insane, right? And when you're saying it, even with Lucky, it took me a while to understand how to be a fan of Playboi Carti. You're right. Some people are not gonna get it, and they're fine with that, right?
Yeah.
Not someone you're gonna listen in there and be like, oh yeah, these songs sound half done. And then there's a moment when you sink and you're like, yo,
what the hell?
what is this world? Because
I think for me, and I'll always say this. I know people like this. It's a very rare situation, but and I'm bringing it back to comedy.
Yeah.
There is no comedian who can do comedy for 4 years. You could be funny,
Yeah.
but there's always that thing of you will notice that and all comedians say that the more time, like after 10, because they always say you'll find your voice.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with all the greats that we know of, like Kendrick Lamar. You start off. And you can pretty much sound the same like as what you started off, but what you're basically doing is there's gonna get a moment where you are convinced at what you are doing and you believe in what you're saying, and generally no matter if you stay hard at it, if you stay consistent at it, you're going to be good at it. You know what I mean? Like you can be a scream rapper nigga if you stick at it.
You're hitting the right zone, because remember I even told you, and I'm like, when I started making music, and then I started producing, and I'm like, fuck, man, why did it take me this long?
Yeah.
Like, why did I have to create a bunch of shit, and now I can create music by humming a melody and then play it and sit there and be patient and make this whole thing? Why? Because you often just think, but fuck, man, why must I put in this time for no one?
It's not fun to think about.
It's not fun.
Imagine you starting something and knowing in your heart, like, it's probably gonna take me 10 years for me to actually it's something you can't comprehend, but before you know it, one day you'll be 10 years, and honestly, whatever skill, and in this case I'm saying even comedy, you're gonna find yourself doing this thing like, man, I've been doing this for a long time, whatever. Like, people always look at Dave Chappelle and think, what makes Dave Chappelle?
It's like doing that thing.
He's been doing it so well. Like, sometimes it's like, if you have never watched comedy live, go watch comedy live. You can tell, right? A comedian, like a new comedian, maybe even 4 years, 3 years in, and then he has very good written jokes, and everything seems well. And then a guy, a Grootman comes. He's alright. He's not even telling jokes yet. But everyone just feels.
I think it is.
In the way like Tabi Show. Ever notice sometimes Tabi Show? We out there trying to do shit.
I think it's because you're like, this is how you got the new comedian. And no disrespect, this is how it is. And he walked across the street. Like, that's the problem. And you can tell in their face,
tell in their face that they're expecting you. Yeah.
I'm saying some funny shit, and then you see the old heads come there and be like, I'm just gonna talk some shit, and you just feel in there like, oh shit.
I feel like that's moments where you have to respect your time.
It sucks, man.
And it sucks when you realize that there's nothing I can do if I want to accelerate this process.
There's nothing. It sucks, bro.
And learn. It's just watch until the end of the time.
Remember, it's like it sucks because it's like
it sucks even when you quit it, because you have never known how far you would have taken it.
Yeah, I think even with me, there was this interesting video, right? Is it synesthesia? I hope I'm right, where you see sounds, right? And this video was trying to talk about, right, Pharrell Williams has it, right? I'm not sure if Kanye has it as well, but I can believe Pharrell Williams has it, because that motherfucker, that nigga goat, bro. When it comes to me, right? Yo, you know what I mean? No disrespect, but like, him and his cousin Timbaland, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling my aunt, he was like, wait, Timbaland? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think you know Timbaland. I'm like, you've heard a Timbaland song and didn't even know that he produced that song, right? And I'm like, bro, the first time I knew Timbaland was a GOAT, just to go off topic before I go into the synesthesia one, was when I saw this guy. He made Holy Grail, right, by Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z. He made most of the songs on the Magnum Carter, right? And I saw this nigga. No, I heard him beatbox on. He was beatboxing on like a Justin Timberlake song, right? And as he was beatboxing, he figured an 808 on the beatboxing, and it was just, when you're a producer, you're like, nah, nigga, what are you doing? Like, when he's like, and the way he beatbox, you can tell this, like what you're saying, like this, that's a goat. Like, there's a way where he's sitting there. There's no disrespect to like, your new age producers. Nah, you can tell like, yo, dog, where you can even see that when there's like an innovation in the way they make music, right? Because he was also in the discussion of like, okay, we use plugins, right? We use a lot of plugins, right? So audience, for people who don't know what a plugin is, it basically in music doors, which are digital audio warehouses, where a sound that comes out like an instrument per se, like a piano, would be a plugin within that, the software that we make music with, right? And there was this argument like, bro, it doesn't sound like a real piano, because all the heads were hating. And it's like, bruh, if I'm listening to this song and this song sounds like a real piano, I'm not gonna give a shit who made it. So now, going back to it, like, imagine being Timbaland, starting with analog, Kanye West, and then every time like digital things getting better, you're like, man, shit, we can do that. And that's why I don't want to touch on this topic about the AI thing, as it's when you're like,
But you see, that goes, I think, the one book that changed my life in the way I perceive things, because I wasn't the person that, I hated, like everyone else, just waiting. Even though I was fortunate enough that the younger I was able to build some sort of discipline with certain things when I have to learn. And that kind of gave me a reflection forward to say, okay, I know that if I stick to something, even when it doesn't seem like it's working out, even when it seems like it's going nowhere, when I wake up and then there'll be just one day I wake up in the morning and then it's just, bro, you will even say, I can't believe I was stuck on this thing for months. Yeah, man. But when I read Mastery by Robert Greene, and Robert Greene mentions why he created Mastery. Because Robert Greene, in all the books he created, was to get an advantage on society, right? And like, it's basically, I wouldn't say shortcuts, but it was basically hacks on how you can hack the system type of things. And then he felt like that maybe he was deviating away from the like basically telling the youth that you don't have to put in the effort and work. You rather just take these steps. And then, so then he created Mastery. And in Mastery, it goes back to that fundamental principle, bro. All the greats, anybody you want to talk about, anybody who has created anything impactful and so forth, and we still remember till this day, those niggas, then they always say you need to put your 10,000 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, your 10,000 hours.
Like 500.
And I think it still stays that way, and I think it's even more than 10,000 hours. Because, bro, back in the days, bro, just to become a blacksmith, just in team, you know, apprenticeship for you do an apprenticeship.
But wouldn't you say, man, there's just like all these things dangling and they look all like, for me, I remember speaking to Nasru and talking about it. Like, the world is so fascinating and just picking that one thing is so hard. I think
the one thing why we don't have that, I think a lot of us waste 12 years of our lives. Fair. We waste 12 years of our lives learning things that we don't want to learn. And I know that this is an ongoing conversation. And I really try not to stay away like in education, but I'm being
But it's true, it's genuine.
Like if let's say I want to become like again apprenticeship, right? Instead when I'm let's say we make a requirement, let's say until grade 8. Because I'm telling you, after grade 8, I don't know. If you learn how to read, write, you're sharp. AI has now even most definitely clarified the fact that if you just learn how to read, write, you're fine, you can move on. But there afterwards, I want to go, if I like cars or whatever, then I become a mechanic. I do an apprenticeship for 10 years or wherever I'm going to do it. Bruh, there's no way. By the time I'm university graduate age, the amount of knowledge I'm going to know about the specific thing that I like.
Yeah.
But I understand.
We're starting to lack specialists and becoming more generalists.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
But I think also it's that thing of, you know how kids are, bro. Like, as much as we want to give niggas props, like kids,
you can just
change your mind.
Just ask your parents, like, no, like, mom, I remember the other times, like, I'm keeping these mics because we had like mics that we used to like rap. But you know what? To be honest, we've been at it. You know,
been at this rap. Now, first of all, nigga, I ain't no rapper. I've had my reigns of being a rapper back in high school. You know what I mean? But I won't lie to you. It is crazy. Like, when I think about it, like how long.
Just loving music in general. I was telling my wife, and I'm like, I don't think you
even just recording. Like, we used to record. You remember I used to have this Nokia. I forgot what the Nokia was. It was a touchscreen. It was when the touchscreens were coming in. Nokia. I don't know, man. I forgot what it was. And I remember we used to use plastic. Sometimes I didn't even understand what was the point of what we were doing. We just did it because it was just fun. Would stick the video. Like, I remember the main thing that I always thought about a phone was how long can it record a video. Every time someone said I was like, if this thing can record a video for so long, and now that I think about it,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think we sold out?
In what way?
So when you're speaking now, you're describing, right?
Yeah.
Because me and you, for a while, we've been like doing art. Pretty much our whole life, right? And then you look at what we do for it. Hey, and I'm just being honest here, right? And I'll speak for myself. When you're saying all these things, it sounds like these two young kids who just want to create shit, right? They want to create art, and they keep on doing it. Even right now, they still somehow staying to it, right? But then there was a moment where something fucking said, bro, I was even thinking about, guys, for people who don't know, we had like would we say a YouTube house in our dormitory where we would just shoot videos for fun.
Yeah
like nigga, no one asked us. There was no, hey, we're gonna get paid. Like, this is what. And so when I'm asking you, and it dawns on me because I'm older now, and I'm like, and I remember my wife saying, oh my God, you're so artsy. And I'll admit, I sold out. I didn't want the idea of being uncomfortable and being an artist. I think artists are the coolest people, and people who do sports. For me, I admire them, and I understand why. I like artists in sports. They like admire each other. I understand why. Yeah, you can hate on Drake, but you listen to Drake and be like, shit, man. How that nigga flowing like that? You can hear when you go back.
Yeah.
But now when I'm asking you again, honest to God, and no heart, like no judging. You think we sold out, bro, for just this path where we knew what would happen?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think I sold out. Yeah, like, the reason why I don't think I sold out was because I've always been a guy, right? Mm-hmm. You know, where sometimes I just think, like, even with school, like, I just thought to myself, hey man, let me just do it.
So what
I lose nothing, because I think I always believed, to me, that it builds character in myself.
Yeah, fair.
And the things that I still like to do, right? They're never gonna go away from me. I never wanted to necessarily make a living out of it. Mm-hmm. You know, I wasn't more interested into saying it'll take me from rags to riches. I just always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I remember even when I used to do like magic all the time. It only dawned on me when someone offered me a gig.
Yeah.
To be like, yo, bro, don't you want to do a gig? But for me, like, even now, I feel like the same with comedy, and sometimes it becomes problematic, where it's more like, look, I love the fact that I don't, and the reason I even feel like I didn't sell out even more, I love the fact that I don't have to feel the pressures that I need to make the peace from it, because then it'll take the joy.
Can I ask you a question?
And then now,
when you just see another person just do magic, how does it make you feel?
When someone,
You see what I mean?
When I think Magic, you were using it in the.
No, I'm not using it. I'm describing the feeling. This is how it is. The feeling is this, right? Two things, right? I notice we build a lot on the visual aspect and like filmmaking and music, right?
Yeah.
That was like the main things we did quite a while, like a lot extensively as young kids, right? And so obviously when you watching something, right? And I remember asking my wife yesterday, when's the last time you listened to something and it gave you goosebumps?
Yeah.
That used to happen to me a lot. And be like, Nika, what the fuck? How did you? Right? And then be like, I want to do that, right? Now I'm asking you, there has to be them.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
The one thing that makes me feel the way the thing that you're trying to describe, and ever since I've done a lot of things, and I know it's gonna sound like I'm just saying the same thing all over again. Genuinely, it has been comedy. Every time when I watch comedy, sometimes, and I watch a comedian do that and be on stage, like this weekend I was watching Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq, man, love him. What makes Ali Sadiq a good comedian, a true comedian, and why I love Ali Sadiq, and I always say this. Sometimes you rather pick, do you want to become a commentary comedian? Do you want to be the person who looks observational comedian or a storyteller? And storytelling in comedy, it is for me the beautiful thing. Like you are able to tell your story. The same, what made Trevor Noah good wasn't because he was able to tell the story of his life. And if you're able to tell the story of your life, you're able to take those social economic issues and political issues and incorporate it all the time.
You're saying that the comedy is like
it's the one where
it's the one that makes you feel better.
Yeah, like
unfortunately, I don't feel like I get that. I
always feel like, you know what?
I feel like it misses a lot. Like it, you know why it really fucks me up. Like this is, who was I telling this? It's like if I remember once we went for a homie's wedding and I was playing like the piano there and the kids saw me and everyone's like, nigga, let this nigga play the piano, you fucking up, right?
Yeah.
And I know the importance of a kid, right?
Yeah.
This is how parents, I'm going to describe how parents fuck you over. They'll be like, oh, wow, you want to get a guitar? Wow, this is so cool. They literally groom you, right? They'll be like, oh, yeah, take you for the classes, take you for everything, get you the best teacher. And then the moment you get to like, matric, what do you want to do? I want to become a musician. What? What do you mean you want to become a musician? And you're like, nigga, it's your motherfucking fault, right?
Yeah.
You were like, so I often think about how crazy it was that when we like started rapping around 12, 13, it was, this is bad because I don't think one man should have all that power. Because when we started rapping, you got us our first, performance. She was wild. It was lit.
There was some real.
You know what I mean?
Stuff.
And I
sometimes I feel like we need to actually tell that story.
No. But like, I think with me is because it sucks because I know what it feels to belong on stage, and I love that feeling, right? And I don't get to do that, right? I'm not like you. I'm not a comedian. I just can't jump on stage and be like, hey, I missed you there. But I could understand what you feel as a kid for a very long time. Like bro, we wanted to be on stage so bad we even sang in Turkish, dog. That's insane.
Yeah, man. Like for me, I always just loved performing. That was always my own thing, man. That's why I call myself Vinny the Performer, bro. By the way, you guys must check me out on TikTok.
Yeah. Shout out. Man, he launched on TikTok.
And man, I'm just trying to get my feet in with this thing. And I
you cooking. You're gonna get used to it. You the only person who's actually ever like really fucked with you. Your artsy side has always been mom. Like she's never
cramped my style.
Like she never
cramped my style.
We definitely
even
get
when I did martial arts.
Yeah, we definitely get the arts from mom.
I did martial arts for so long, like,
bro. She would drive you,
and people don't know this.
I regret that.
I don't even tell that. I don't even say.
I regret that heavily.
What, not doing martial arts?
Because he asked me every time and I would be like, nah. And it was right there, fam.
But I usually, that's one thing I just don't bring up anymore in conversation. Like,
but that one was show that your eye had to like, it was
there's the thing
and also your eye right now as well. You're not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to.
And I understand.
But that was another thing that I won't lie to you, bruh. For me, I personally, guys, I'm not a violent guy or anything like that. but as an eternal, I'm a guy, you know? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, bro, I don't mind us going in and we start giving each other fists for no fucking
That's what I
reason.
was
bro.
saying.
Like, I'm a madman
I
like
was-
that, you know?
Like this week, I've been going to the gym, right? And I think I've been doing too much, man.
Yeah.
You know, because like,
But the gym doesn't give you this, you know?
no. Wait. There's a way. There's a way, right? And hey, yo, man, disclosure, don't do this to yourselves, guys. You know when you superset
Yeah.
and you're like, and remember, every week you gotta add a bit of more weight,
Yeah.
right? Because we ain't suckers,
Yeah.
right? So I start this week, my Sunday, because I go to the gym and I take my time. And these niggas are like, yo, man, you don't want to do this core exercise? Come on, man. Come on. Of course, the nigga in me said, boy, let's go do this. My guy. Just remember this. Even the easiest exercises when you get towards the end, it was just hell. My eyes were closed.
Everything
was just
like,
and
why
I'm
am I
with the
doing
nigga
this?
in me, and I'm like, I still need to go back there and beat that nigga's time. Now I'm like, why did you awake this? Because I was like,
I think that's also being a father.
but
No, I'm not.
but when you're talking about the nigga, the nigga thing.
Nigga shit. You know, like sometimes I'll start something in the house. And then I even say to my wife, why did I start this? Because now I can't let it go. Now you're like,
I think it's the method, man. I even saw someone. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't like what I studied.
2 hours and realize.
And I'm like, I don't like that. And I'm like, that has always been my biggest flaw in life. It's like, bro, let it go.
Stop
And then
fixating
I'm
on
like,
the problem,
bro, I
yeah.
remember going on Unreal Engine trying to do reinforcement learning. And every time I said, Hussein, it's okay. No one has even did this online. No one even cares. And my brain is like, yeah, okay, cool.
But
Nah, bro. I spent the whole weekend. And on the Sunday night, my wife was going to bed. She didn't know what the fuck I was talking about when I did it. And I always tell someone, I'm like, you don't understand the rush. Like even when I tell someone I told someone, I'm like, I go to the gym, you know why? I just get 1 hour to feel like a fucking superhero, and then I go back to my life where people undermine you and do everything. And that moment you're like, these bitches.
nah, bro, you know what? For me, the gym, I remember.
Same.
Guys, testosterone is a dangerous drug. You know, there's sometimes I'll go to the gym. There was sometimes, and I can see why niggas just be fighting in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
so random.
I will go to the club, and it's even better when you cuffed, because you ready anytime, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just tell your girl sit back. Yeah. And I remember even R.I.P. Abedeza used to say, Wallah, I remember he said this thing, we were chilling, and then he was like, you know, he used to, like, sometimes he gets frustrated. So he mentions going to the club. So he even says, he goes to the club, and then now he's like a baby protector. Then he's like, hey, she said leave him alone. Leave her alone. And then he just goes, stop. And he admits that, bro, I couldn't even throw hands. But nah, nigga, I just needed that violence in my...
Bro, that's why I go to the gym, because I just remember, like, there's somewhere to release
violence.
But yo, man, let's read
That's
the
why-
tweets, man.
That's why all these other sports like jiu-jitsu niggas want.
And I don't condone for this, you know. I just don't understand. That's why I don't like the gym culture, and I don't want to get it. And it's like your brain, like, is like, now you're gonna start. You know what's gonna start happening? You're gonna start being, but it's pre-programmed, you know, as in our ancestors.
Yeah, but the mere fact is this, and I hate that sometimes we can't say statements like that, because then we are trying to define what masculinity is.
I don't
into
know.
one,
To be fair, like
definition.
to be.
Listen to this one. I like this. I'm Clara says, it's actually Clara beep beep. Post McDonald's clarity is insane. Why did I do that?
You
I
know,
won't lie to you.
I didn't know there was a thing. I only thought I was the nigga, and I even used to tell my wife, I'm like, you know why I don't like McDonald's? It's the only thing I buy. And then once I eat it, and I'm like, God damn it.
That was a waste of money.
For me, I always feel like,
and it's not because it's the food. It's like this
I was a greedy nigga. I used to, I want to supplement it. Before I chow it, I'll say too sly.
Yeah.
Then fuck the chips. Because, bro, I don't know. In the moment
that is
you're eating it makes it feel like you're gonna get full. And like 5 minutes later, it settles in. You're like, nigga, I spent $150.
It just got worse.
On something.
It's like a bad
now
purchase,
I'm like hungry
bro.
now. And that's the worst part. That's how niggas get fat. Because at the same time, that thing is like your calories for the entire day.
Bro, I don't like that feeling. I always thought I was the only guy who felt like, did I just waste?
I really did.
Like, it's like you buy everything else, every fast food, and you don't even bat an eye, and then you buy McDonald's.
For me, it's like when you buy a milkshake. You know what the thing that pisses me off about a milkshake?
Yeah.
Drink the milkshake. After you finish milkshake, you're tasty. Guess what? You halalarin. Cook. So now, I used to think to myself, this is a waste of money. You're thinking, you know what, let me get a milkshake and then have Coke afterwards. You're like,
bro, I don't like McDonald's. I tried the double Big Mac with 4 patties. Yeah, they have a Big Mac.
There's a Big Mac with 4. Bro,
it basically
bro,
just...
I don't eat McDonald's. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because we're poor, man.
Let's move to this one. Tumi says, TLC do better thing. Oh, TLC, better do the thing. We want to watch Bukwabas and Mariki start their new lives in Dallas. You guys watch out.
So
I'm going to be recording, I'm going to be releasing a video addressing this matter.
Wait, that is so fire, though. Shit, I never thought about it like that. Fuck.
Bro, you know that for me, nah.
No, wait.
You know what, nah?
Let's not get too deep. Let's think about the show. Because fuck it, man, right? You're not from South Africa. You're maybe from Canada or some shit. Yeah. And you're trying to look for something to watch.
They will already, you know how they treat Canadians. Now,
yeah, not right. And you want to see, you know what? It says, what do we say? Afrikaners, farmers in, I don't know, I'm trying to come up with the title. And you just click on the TV there.
In Dallas.
In Dallas.
I don't think they'll survive, though.
But it'll be fire.
Yeah, it'll be a fire show.
You know, I don't want. Do you know why I don't actually want to talk about it? Because it genuinely kind of breaks my heart.
It's infuriating. For me, what infuriates
it's not even.
You know what infuriates me? Yeah. Let me tell you. Cyril Ramaphosa must behave like Trump. You know what he must do?
What?
He must basically treason, right? You see the Afro Forum niggas who went there?
Yeah.
Put them under treason. What they did was treason, and I feel like as South Africans we must come together and generally, like, it breaks my heart because it's like what you guys are doing is messed up, my guy. You think this is funny?
You're dividing the country even more.
You're not dividing no one because there's a lot of white South Africans that are genuinely not on board with what you're doing. It's a very small demographic. And what satisfaction is it going to bring to you when America now starts sanctioning things purely based out of propaganda? What these guys are doing for me seems like a terrorist attack. And you remember back in the days when I was saying that, you see.
No. Yeah. Fuck that nigga, don't be saying that shit.
But generally, like, sometimes it's like, if an American had to do that, the whole, like, I'm listening to the Breakfast Club, bro, in the morning. They're saying the foreign South Africans have come in there because they were seeking asylum. I'm like, what? Do you know how infuriate, bro? I'm a South African nigga, man.
Refugee.
I worked in Pretoria, man. And I'm seeing these niggas living large. This morning I saw a Porsche. I don't know what it did. It looked like it just glided to the side. Who's driving that white nigga? Now, bro, do you understand? Bro, I swear to God, if I was Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm fine. I swear to God, put those niggas as treason and you can't do it to your own country, bro. And they're South Africans, bro. What are you going to do there in Dallas? What are you going to do there in California?
Didn't they go to Arizona?
Yeah? I don't even know what state.
They didn't.
And I know that.
North Carolina.
Let me tell you.
They didn't give them the good states.
First of all, let me tell you something, President Trump. That group that went there, they are not even the high-class South African whites. They are just like when you say, Mexico brings the worst of the Mexicans. They never bring the good ones. We gave you the niggas from Boksburg. I'm telling you. No, man. Like, bro, it's the most infuriating thing when I'm man. Guys, this is not funny, bro. It is not funny. And it's even more racist.
And the thing is, what I hate about it is that I get it. It taught me I remember telling you, it taught me a very important lesson about learning about other countries when it's reported by media who don't know what said happens in that country.
But we're saying this is not a... This was a very simple thing. And what, you know, Elon Musk, honestly,
bro,
Elon
we're
Musk...
never going to finish. Let's just go to
this
the...
guy. Actually,
yeah, because we're over time now. Let's do one more tweet,
Let's
man.
do one more tweet and then we out of this, man. Yes.
That's why I told you leave it.
Nah, bro.
That's why honestly, I told you leave it.
And the thing is that it's not even like I have anger towards my fellow Caucasians, you know. No,
it's not the
Who am
anger.
I to even
It's
say
just
anything?
it just sucks because we have so many things to worry about, and these guys are just taking away from what the things are happening.
Asylum, Tamaya.
Review.
Tamaya. You know what? That's what I'm for America. Even you right now, I'm not even rich yet. I can get it cleaner. What are you saying, nigga? I can get it cleaner.
Just read the next tweet and calm down, fam.
Basically, this one says two income households need a helper. Being expected to do chores after a long day of work would end me. I won't lie to you. Me and my wife are experiencing the same thing. And it's worse that I work very far. At times, like you genuinely understand that maybe we might sleep with the dishes. And
it's
because it's like, bro,
dog.
I get home now. Even now, we have to make, and it's like the cooking. Where the hell do you get the time? Right? Dog. So, America. Forget about it. Forget about it. You'll be saying, man, this meat doesn't taste. Plus, rata brai.
Them niggas don't eat anything real there, bro.
I haven't been to America. I don't want to sound like I've been, but I've heard by a lot of people they are surprised.
Yeah, a lot of South Africans say they
and they're surprised
like,
by the quality.
Why,
and I'm even wondering, how could it taste? How can you mess up meat like that?
I don't want to get into it. You know what I mean? It's a whole... The way they make food there is insane, bro.
Actually, you're right. You know what? TLC, make that documentary. I want to see these guys. Oh, you're living large. And the worst part is that...
they'll be back.
I don't want to be a negative person.
They'll be back.
They will be back any day, anytime. There's niggas who left here without even all this stuff, and they're saying, "Nigga, I'm coming back." Bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people understand whatever country in the. But okay, yes, it matters. But citizenship.
The one thing
I'm saying,
I won't lie,
like a citizen
in Africa a lot.
What
is employment and crime, and it starts with employment. If you are able to employ a majority, I think the crime. I
think it starts at a base where it's gonna take a bit of. You see, everything is like a domino effect, right? For the sake of like, as a country, you always need to think you're the best country. A lot of self-centered. We've spoken about it on the pod first. That's the number one thing.
I'm a patriot.
Yeah, right. That's the number one thing, that anything that we do, so everyone can do everything with their whole heart for it, and feel like it's right first. Because everything we can do it, but if we're not, like, if we're getting other people going to other countries and rubbishing a land where, and I saw Ramaphosa, I think, even replied, and I heard one thing he said: we're the only country, like one of the only countries in Africa where we stayed with our colonizers and welcomed them. And so it's like a very sad thing to see that, bro. And even then, and guys, man, and it's not even to make a topic, you guys don't even realize how many of us, bro, black people in South Africa still feel inferior, not in a bad way, but like, it's so fucked up to just get a couple of people like tending the narrative, like people
do you know how many niggas in Alexandra?
It's so fucked.
Feeling like born in a genocide. They're hoping that someone can offer them a free ticket.
It's so fucked up, bro.
And that's
it's
the thing I always felt like,
fucked up.
What, this is unfair and fun. Now these niggas, they can't run away. But white niggas, we give you...
It's not even about it, but
I don't even want to continue.
But anyway, guys.
This has been Third Avenue.
Take care of yourself. See you on another one. Peace.